Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Let's get straight into it. This is making Isabela's dress from Encanto. So to start, these are the materials. I had a nice lace netting tulle thing from Indonesia, some satiny purple fabrics. Each of these were from different secondhand fabric stores, as well as a bunch of trims. And here's the reference photos I'm using, but I am going to do a bit of my own design. For the base of the pattern, I'm using this Simplicity 2917, and the main thing I'm using on this is the princess seamed bodice, and the neckline area, I do like that, and I'm just using the same zipper opening along the back of the dress. So cutting out the pattern, I'm cutting it out of the dark purple satin fabric, as well as some cotton for lining the bodice, interlining for the bodice, and I've also cut out these circular shapes for the little sleeve frills. For the skirt, I did circle skirts, not a full circle, just a half circle, because circle skirts take up a lot of fabric. So this is the main half circle skirt. And then I started cutting out the rest of the tiers, just adjusting each of the lengths of the tiers as shown here. So this is a bit of trial and error, but you can see that the tiers gradually get shorter and have different lengths on either side of the skirt. So this one here is the smallest tier, which is right at the top. And this one looks like this, laid over the second tier. I decided to dye some of my trims so it could match the purple fabric. So just using some Rit purple dye, pretty easy, nothing too difficult there. So I used a mix of violet and the purple one. I think that worked out quite well. And then finally cutting out the pretty floral lace fabric using the main half circle skirt as a template, and just cutting it out like so. The top of the screen there, that's the center back of the skirt, and then I repeated the same process for the second and third tiers. I sewed the skirt together by first attaching the layers together at that point that they need to attach. And then I also sewed them together along the waistline edge. To finish off all of my edges, I used a zigzag stitch just so it wouldn't fray, and I used a rolled hem foot to do up the hem along each of the satin layers of my skirt. For the tulle lace netting layer, I didn't bother doing any sort of hem stitch because it doesn't fray. So here's the first tier, all ready to go. You can see that the edge there has been sewn together, and the top edge has been sewn together, and the hem along the bottom is just for the satin layer. So I did that for all of the skirt pieces, and this is what it's currently looking like. The full skirt and then the two tiers on top. And I decided that the center back was actually going to become the front because I didn't like how much weight there was of the flower lace at the front. So I ended up changing up a bit, and it does mean that this ugly seam is at the front, but because it's such a big twirly skirt, it does get disguised. So if I shift this around, you can see what I was talking about of just the volume of flowers that are in the back. And then because there isn't a seam there, I did have to slit open just enough down so I can fit in the zipper. So yeah, I think the bulk of the flowers looks good from the back like that. Adding the next layer, so this is the first tier that goes on. Again, it's the same sort of thing of the rolled hem for the satin layer, and kept the top layer raw. For the back, I did end up cutting this open and just basting those edges together because the zipper does need to go in that space there. Finally, the second tier that goes right at the very top, same deal of the rolled hem for the satin layer, and I split open the back so it can fit in the zipper. So let's go back to the bodice. As I said, I've got the cotton interlining, I've got a dark purple satin fabric for the fashion layer, and then I believe I also cut out the exact same dark purple satin for the lining. So right now I'm basting together the cotton interlining with the fashion layer of the purple satin. So I'm just using big basting stitches on my machine to literally hold these layers together so I can later treat them each as one piece. So once I've got them all basted together, I can work on assembling the bodice. So this one here is the center front piece, and I'm finding the side front piece which will match to those notches there, and this is just following the simplicity pattern. So matching up the notches, especially at the curves. I do that and then run it under the sewing machine. I'm using the 5/8 of an inch seam allowance, trimming the excess and also ironing as I go. And on the curved edges, making sure to clip out the excess fabric. So we'll continue on to the back piece of the bodice. I'm matching the back side piece to the center back piece, matching it at the notches and working on that curved edge and sewing that under the sewing machine. So here's the front piece. All of the seam allowances have been ironed flat open. And here is the two back pieces. The center back will have a zipper in to join those two pieces together. A bit of a close-up on the seam allowances there. So next is sewing the front and the back together along the sides and the shoulder seams. And at this stage I've also put together the lining the exact same way that I did the main bodice, except obviously there is no cotton interlining required for the lining. So same process, trim all of the seam allowances, cut notches into them for the excess fabric and iron open those seams. So this here is the lining. The last thing is to sew the shoulder seams. And this here is the main bodice, which has the cotton interlining to help with structure, and this here that I'm holding up is the lining fabric. So let's move on to the sleeves. I'm working on the sleeve frills. First thing is to complete those hem edges with the rolled hem foot. Because it is a circular edge, very much curved, I would recommend using a rolled hem foot if you've got one, and really working on ironing out those edges so they lay as flat as possible. So here I've got these sleeve frills. I've got 4 of them, 2 for each sleeve. And this here is the sleeve pattern, which was from the simplicity pattern that I showed earlier, but I did modify it to make the sleeves a little bit longer. To decorate the edges of my sleeve frills, I'm just sewing on the purple lace trim that I dyed earlier. And for this, I'm just straight stitching that all the way along. And now that I've got the sleeve frills completed, I need to work on actually constructing the sleeve so then I can attach the frills to my sleeve. So for this, fold the sleeve over and sew that edge, just like you would with any regular seam, with any regular sleeve. iron open the seam allowance and complete the bottom edge of the sleeve, so the cuff. I just used a rolled hem for that, and on the inside I used a zigzag stitch to complete the raw edges. And then to stop the raw edges of the top of the sleeve frills, I've just zigzag stitched all of that. And now I can join the two together. So I'm first starting on the very bottom edge of my sleeve and attaching the sleeve frill right sides together along that bottom sleeve edge or the cuff. So once the first frill is on, the next one goes above it, just 1 to 2 inches above where the bottom frill is. So I'm using pins because I can't reach all the way in there with clips. So pinning that and then sewing it with a straight stitch on the sewing machine. So here are my 2 sleeves completed with their little sleeve frills and the lace. I think they look very cute. And next I am gathering the top edge of the sleeve using a very loose basting stitch and pulling the threads so I can gather that edge up so it can match the circumference of the arm side of the bodice. So first up, matching the bottom edge, that seam with the bottom of the arm side, and then working on maneuvering the gathers so that they fit nicely into the arm side. I'm using a lot of pins for this. I always use a lot of pins when working on sleeves. Just really helps me control and manage the fabric. I'm going quite slowly with this because it can be quite finicky and difficult. And this is where the bodice is up to. I'm going to now attach the skirt to the bodice. To do this, I believe I've sewn all of the skirts together, like all the tiers, along the top edge, and then just stitched all of that with the sewing machine to the bodice, right sides together, and finished it all off with a zigzag stitch so that the raw edges are contained. And this is where the dress is at. And we go back to the bodice. I need to finish off the neckline. So I've cut out this bias binding out of the light purple satin fabric. And I've worked on pinning that and sandwiching it in between the main bodice and the lining of the bodice. So that's worked in there. Once that's sewn, then I've just understitched the lining like that, and that's going to help keep the lining hidden on the inside. So now with this like raw edge of the light purple satin, I'm actually going to use this very long strip of, again, the light purple satin, but I've gathered it all up, and this is how I'm going to attach it in between I guess the bias binding and the main bodice, like along the neckline. So this is how I'm going to contain that raw edge, but also attach another frill because this dress is quite frilly. Just a note on this long frill, the hem of it is again a rolled hem, just like how I've done the skirts. I top stitch along the entire neckline to secure the frill and also finish off that bias binding, and I've also attached the lace again to that frill along the neckline. And once I put the dress on the dress form, this is how it's shaping up to look. I think it's quite a good base, and I can work on adding the details. I'm just trying to show you the inside of the lining there. It's not peeking out, which is really great. And like I said, now I can add details. So I've cut out a bunch of different flowers from the same lace fabric and laid that on the dress in a way that I like. And I used the machine to stitch all of this down. So I did this before I hand sewed the lining in. just so there wouldn't be any of those ugly stitches on the inside on the lining. So it's all stitched down by machine. As you can see, some of those threads need to be trimmed. And I did insert the zipper. I didn't record it because I'm not very good at it. You can see it's misaligned, which is why I have added some ribbon at the back here to just hide that. And also I do wear this dress with a long wig, so it does hide the rest of the zipper. I just sewed the rest of the skirt edges together below where the zipper ends. And that's what the back looks like. And then finally, to finish it all off, turning the dress inside out, I just pin all of the raw edges of the lining along the waistline, along the zipper, and also along the arm side. And that finishes the dress off. I've hand sewed all of that down, and this is the completed dress. I really had a fun time making this dress. It was quite simple and easy to put together, especially compared to some of my other projects. And it really is a joy to wear. I did get recognized as Isabela in the park when I wore this dress for the little photo shoot, so I think that is a success. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out more projects, I've got more on my YouTube channel, although I am more active on my Instagram if you want to head over to that platform. I will leave it there, and until next time, stay creative.